to Bamble, where comfort meets curiosity. Let's settle in and wander through the little joys of life, one cozy conversation at a time. Hello, fellow Bamblers. Grab your favorite cozy drink, whether it's a tea or a latte, or, let's be real, an iced coffee works in the winter as well. And let's get into it. Now, I don't know about you, but one thing I've noticed all over social media is people either completely obsessed with BookTok, Bookstagram, and BookTube, or rolling their eyes at them. Some people swear these platforms have saved the reading world, while others complain that it's just the same 10 books being recycled over and over again. So today I want to talk about what's actually going on. Are these platforms just overhyped trends, or have they genuinely made books more exciting and accessible than ever before? Spoiler alert, I think they've done something pretty magical for reading culture. And by the end of this episode, I think you might agree. I'll be honest, when I first saw BookTok blowing up, I was skeptical. I thought, do you really need an algorithm to tell me what to read? But then one book kept showing up again and again on my feed, and eventually curiosity won. I picked it up, started reading, and suddenly I wasn't just enjoying a book. I was part of a huge conversation that stretched across social media. And that's when I realized that BookTok, Bookstagram, and BookTube aren't just about recommendations. They're about connections and communities. For the longest time, reading was purely a solo activity. Just you, your book, and maybe a cozy reading nook. But these platforms have completely transformed that. Now reading is a shared experience. People don't just read a book. They react to it, dissect it, and share their thoughts in real time. BookTok has created a kind of digital book club where you feel like you're reading with thousands of other people. There's something exciting about reading a book at the same time as everyone else and getting to experience the hype together. And honestly, that's pretty amazing because let's be real, sometimes finishing a book leaves you emotionally wrecked. I've had that a few times. And knowing that there's a whole community of people out there who felt the exact same way, that's comforting. Have you ever read a book just because everyone else was talking about it? Did it live up to the hype? Let me know in the comments below. Now, let's talk about something that still blows my mind. Reading is trendy again, like full-blown cool. Think about it. BookTokers have millions of followers. Aesthetic book videos, annotated pages, cozy reading nooks, soft-lit bookshelves make reading feel like an experience. Bookish fashion is a thing, whether it's dark academia, cottagecore, or romantasy. Books are influencing how people dress and decorate their spaces. And I love this shift because for years, reading was seen as something quiet, something you did alone. But now, people are celebrating books in a way we haven't seen in a long time. So, let's run through some of the most viral BookTok books and why they took over. So, the Song of Achilles, because apparently BookTok loves to suffer. Secondly, They Both Die at the End, also pain, but makes it existential. Then Fourth Wing, because who doesn't want dragons, heat, and spice? And I'm not talking about the flames or the scorching. A Court of Thorns and Roses, the book that turned half of BookTok into fantasy romance readers overnight. If you've read any of these, you know the grip that they had on the internet. And if you haven't, consider this your sign. And here's where BookTok and Bookstagram really shine. They act as curated book recommendations tailored to you, kind of like an algorithm as a librarian. Instead of relying on generic bestsellers lists, you get personalized recs based on your reading taste. So if you find a creator whose taste matches yours, their recommendations are way more reliable than just reading a blurb. And older books are also getting a second life. So some of the biggest BookTok books were actually published years ago, like Looking at You or The Night Circus. And you may also discover some niche genres. If you love morally gray characters, dark romance, or cozy fantasy, there's a creator out there recommending exactly what you need. And this kind of curation matters because let's be honest, sometimes book blurbs don't do a book justice. Let's play our own little game of if you like this, you'll like that. So, for example, if you love The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, you may want to try Daisy Jones and the Six. And if you devoured Fourth Wing, you may want to consider reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night. And if you're like me, obsessed with Emily Henry, you'll love Carly Fortune. And if all of this sounds a bit too good to be true for you, yeah, okay, let's be fair. BookTok does have some downsides. For example, it does hype up the same books over and over again. And also, not every viral book will be your thing either. And also, some books get overhyped, leading to big expectations that cannot be met. But here's why the good outweighs the bad. It's bringing new readers into the world of books. And it's giving underrated authors a massive platform as well. And it's making these genres mainstream. Like, hello, cozy fantasy, dark academia, and sapphic romance. Here's something for you to think about. Do you think BookTok makes us read more of the same books? Or does it actually help us branch out? Let me know in the comments below. So, is BookTok ruining reading? Nope. If anything, it's made reading more exciting again. It's turned books into shared experiences. It's made reading trendy, and it's helping people discover stories they might never have picked up otherwise. At the end of the day, what matters is that people are reading. If a TikTok video or an Instagram reel gets someone to pick up a book for the first time in years, that's a win. Now, I want to hear from you. What's a book you discovered through BookTok, Bookstagram, or BookTube? And did it live up to your hype? So yeah, comment down below and let's keep the bookish conversation going. And as always, stay cozy, stay curious, and keep bambling through life. Until next time.